Willowtree, if you didn't notice already. And I live in Belgium, and I wanted to talk about how it is to live in Belgium. How is it to live in Belgium? And we also did a little trip to some beautiful places in Belgium, so keep on watching if you want to see those too, and if you want to visit someday, you can do that also. So, living in Belgium. I'm born and lived in Belgium my whole entire life, and I always missed something. So it's like wherever country you're gonna live, if you live in the city and you're not a city person, you're not gonna be completely happy. And yeah, Belgium is a very, 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 very small country. It's next to France, it's next to Luxembourg, it's next to the Netherlands and Germany. That are the family countries, you could say. And if we cross the sea, we can go to Scandinavia and England. So that's where we live. And I live in Oost-Vlaanderen. In a very small city named Zottegem. Welcome in Zottegem. And but it's my little Spider-Man needed me, my little monkey. I'm also a mother of 3 loving children. I love them so much, and we are homeschooling, and yeah. So going to vacations and trips is so much fun. We love traveling, even though it's a crazy year. For traveling, we can travel in Belgium. And that was the perfect opportunity now, because to be honest, I didn't really like living in Belgium, because Belgium is like one huge city. There's not so much nature anymore, and the nature that is there are parks, so everything is planted and set up for how people would love it to be. But I'm more like the wild nature where nothing is touched by humans. So that's sometimes hard when you live in a city, in a country where there's so much concrete. It's like a concrete jungle. So that's why I have a lot of plants in my home. If you can't live in the jungle, you bring the jungle to you. But that's why we love traveling too. We go to nature and we just enjoy. And I have such a big dream to someday maybe live in nature or travel the world. And we will see what the future will bring, because my dreams always change like this. So I always have to follow my momently feelings on what I'm feeling, and don't make huge changes, because I'm someone that this week I love this, that week I love this. It can change up in moments, so I love change very much, and that's why I can't really prepare for future, because I live in them now and I really need to live in them now and enjoy them now. So when I'm in nature, I love it so much. And I didn't believe that Belgium was all concrete and all buildings and flats, and that there wasn't any beautiful nature left. So we took our car with the children and we did drive to the Vlaamse Ardennen. That's where it's more green, It's more it's the French side. Dus, so we have the Flemish side. Dat is waar dat wij Nederlands praten. Dat is hoe het klinkt in het Nederlands. Als je dat nog nooit gehoord hebt, zo heb je nu eens mijn taal gehoord. Zo spreken wij. Maar wij krijgen ook Frans op school. Maar ik ben daar niet zo goed in. Maar op een dag zal ik dat misschien eens leren als ik daar zin in heb. En me kan op concentreren. But we did go to the French side of Belgium. My husband can speak French and German, so that's crazy. And I can speak English and Flemish. And there's more green, more woods, more nature, a little bit even. I don't know if you can call it mountains, but very small hill mountains. So I feel more at home there than here where I actually live. But if you can see the view, we live in a city, but we chose a place. I don't know why I choose to live in a city, but when I was moving out of my home house of my friends, of my mother, I just wanted to live on my own, wanted to go in the adventure, and I wasn't really aware of who I was, what I wanted in life. I just find that all out now when I'm living on my own. And if I had to do it all over, I wouldn't maybe even live in Belgium. I really wanted to live in nature, in a small, even if it's just a little cottage, children all sleeping together. I would love a minimal life. That's what I learned in this life, that having a big house is not what makes you happy. Nature and everything that actually is for free, that makes you the most happy. And the crazy thing is, if you want to live a simple life, for some people that's so hard because it can get so expensive if you want to live in the countryside. So that's crazy. So we will see what the future will bring, but I hope a lot of nature. And we are lucky to have a farmland behind us, so we have a nice green view at least. So I don't have the constant interruptions or the view of city life. On that side we have a train that crosses by, and so that we don't really hear it. And the fun thing is, where the train is also a lot of green in front of it, so we don't really see it. And then after the train there's a city, there is noise, there is the fireman, there are the police there, stores. It can be noisy sometimes because police and firemen party a lot. They party a lot, and they don't party until 10. They party until in the night because they can. Who's gonna say they can't? And then we have festivals also, and even though it's so small cities, we have festivals, and summers can be so loud and crowded. So in the summer we literally flee away and we go to places in nature, so we don't have all that noise because I don't like it. I really like sounds of nature and birds and water streaming. Oh, I love that so much. Or in the fall, like the leaves that are cracking underneath your feet, water streaming in waterfalls. I love that so much. So yeah, living in the city, it's not my life meant to be. So maybe we can make some other steps in life someday to my roots. I'm meant to live in Mother Nature. She's next up to my children is nature, most important thing for me. So when nature bleeds, I bleed. When nature cries, I cry. When nature is happy, I'm happy. So I'm one with nature. And even though I live in the city, it's possible to live in the city and be one with nature, because we have a garden, I ground myself. I'm constantly barefooted in the ground, on the ground, in the grass, in the mud. I'm constantly in the garden. In the winter, I have my plants inside. I also have gemstones that ground me. I am someone that's a lot in my head, so I really need to ground myself. Also because I'm an earth sign, I'm a Virgo, so I really need to ground myself. I really need it. But I believe that everyone needs that. And that's why sometimes putting out your shoes and getting out of the concrete jungle is good and healthy and makes you feel so much better. So we did go to the Vlaamse Ardennen and I'm gonna let you watch the video. And we did go to Dinan, we did go to Spa, we did go to a place where we stayed in a castle where Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson, stayed over, and we also slept in a little cottage on a farm where we could see the horses running outside. And yeah, I just gonna let you watch the video. I already thank you so much for watching. Hi! We are in our cottage, our little cottage. It's dark outside now, so I cannot show you how beautiful it is outside, but I will show you in the morning. This is the room for the children. They love it. Do you love it?
Yes.
Do you love
Yes.
it? Yes. You're so funny. And this is our little room. So it's a small cottage, but it's so cozy. And there are animals outside. And here's the toilet. And I even love the toilet because it's a recyclable toilet. So I love that about this toilet. Because if I would have a cottage, I would do that too. So this is our dining room. And we have quite an adventure to get here because it's snowy, it's slippy, and it's nature here, so they don't put salt on the streets. So it was quite an adventure, and I will tell all about it when we get back home. We are gonna go sleep. The little one is playing with the lights. Hey! Hello! Oh, here in the bed, under the light, the children are playing, and I want to tell the story what happened. So we were driving to our cottage, and here in Belgium, the Ardennen zijn very up and down, and we were driving on a road in the middle of the nature, so it was not, how do you call it? It was not, there was not salt on the streets, so the roads were very slippery. So we were going down, and it was very slow that we did it, and then we needed to go up, but it was very style, it was very upwards. So my husband was driving and he was doing his best to get on top of it was not a mountain but on the hill, and he felt that we were going down and we were sliding backwards. The car was stopping, he was putting his feet on the gas, but it didn't go upwards. We kept on sliding down, so I get very scared. He was scared, so we were going backwards and sliding down. But then you have the forest, and you have how do you call it? De gracht noemen wij dat in België, de gracht. Dus we waren heel erg bang dat wij in de gracht zouden terechtkomen. Dus I was very stressed. I was saying like, oh my god, be careful, be careful. I was so stressed, and that was not helping my husband, of course. and he was stressed. And we were sliding, and he wanted to turn so we could take another road where it was safer. But we had to turn, and we were slipping and sliding. It was so scary, especially because we have 3 children in the car. That makes it even worse because you don't want to have an accident with 3 children in the car. For yourself, you're scared, but for your children, it's worse, way worse. So my husband was shaking after it, but we were safe. We made it. We made it to the cottage on another road, and now we're going to eat something. So that was our adventure. beautiful side of Belgium. Nature. I love nature so much. There's something about water that we all love, doesn't it? So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did so, please subscribe and like this video and put on the bell notification. Now you have to say so much and become a Patreon if you want to support my work. Or there are other things that I have to say. Just enjoy life and go into nature. Mwah.